A man made of nightmares. A librarian who knows every book never written. A kingdom built from dreams. For over 30 years, Hollywood said one thing: this can't be done. Unfilmable, they called it. A comic book series too huge, too intricate, destined to remain only on paper. But then 2022 rolled around, and Netflix's The Sandman didn't just get made, it exploded. So how did this too complex and too out there story transform into a critically acclaimed hit? Getting The Sandman from ink and paper to a global streaming phenomenon wasn't some happy accident. It was a precise mix of deep respect for the source, bold creative choices, and yeah, a sprinkle of on-screen magic. Today, we're diving into the smart decisions that made Neil Gaiman's masterpiece work on screen, and why it resonated with millions. We'll look at how the team stuck to the script, literally, embraced risky production ideas, nailed the casting, and built a visual world that finally opened the doors to the dreaming. You could almost hear fans across the globe exhale. The series stayed true to Neil Gaiman's vision. This wasn't just another adaptation. Gaiman was in the trenches, executive producer, writer, gatekeeper. For decades, he shut down projects that missed the mark. This time, he helped shape it from the inside. So many moments, lines of dialogue, entire scenes are lifted straight from the comic panels. That choice did more than satisfy fans. It gave the show a proven structure and emotional roadmap. And where changes were made, like expanding the Corinthian or updating characters for modern storytelling, Gaiman was on board. Respecting the original 3,000-page epic wasn't a restriction. It was the show's secret weapon. It broke the so-called unfilmable curse. Staying faithful was only the beginning. Making The Sandman work on screen required real guts. The first bold move? Making it a series, not a movie. Earlier film attempts crumbled trying to cram too much into too little time. But a streaming series? That gave the story room to breathe. Season 1 had over 340 speaking roles. That kind of scale needs time and vision. Then came the casting. Tom Sturridge was dream, brooding, cold, magnetic. Gaiman said his line deliveries sounded exactly like the ones in his head. Gwendolyn Christie's Lucifer was another standout. Elegant, menacing, androgynous, just like the original comic take. And Kirby Howell-Baptiste as Death? Pure warmth and wisdom. Some fans raised eyebrows at first, but she quickly became a favorite. This casting wasn't about matching looks. It was about capturing essence, emotion, presence, power. That's why it worked for old fans and newcomers. Now for the hardest part, building the dreaming. These aren't just sets. They're surreal, ever-shifting worlds. Gothic, cosmic, scary, beautiful. The team blended practical sets and cutting-edge effects to bring places like Dream's Castle and Lucifer's Hell to life. The result? A visual landscape that felt as dreamlike and as grounded as the comics. From the crumbling emptiness of the dreaming to the fiery skies of hell, the visuals did more than look cool. They told the story. Critics spotted a few CGI hiccups, sure, but most agreed. They captured the scale, the weirdness, the wonder. Earlier tech might have failed, but The Sandman landed at just the right moment to bring these dreams to life. So what made The Sandman a success? Simple. They respected the story, took big swings, and visualized the impossible. The result was more than just good reviews. It sparked a passionate fandom. It proved that deep, adult-oriented comics can be adapted with care. It tackled huge ideas, death, desire, dreams, despair, but made them feel personal. And now, with Season 2 arriving in 2 parts, Volume 1 on July 3, 2025, and Volume 2 on July 24th, we know the end is near. But this legacy? Already locked in. Because The Sandman didn't just adapt a story, it translated a dream. And some dreams, no matter how long they take, are worth waiting for. What blew you away the most? The loyalty to the comics? That stunning casting? Or the dreamlike visuals? Tell us in the comments. And if you love this kind of deep dive, give us a like and subscribe for more.